Hello everybody, we are back. We're back with another vid. I had a bit of a hiatus because life has been hectic. I've been writing the song, we've been producing it, it's been, kicking off. But we're back. And the title of this video is something along the lines of the pursuit versus the outcome. When I record these videos, it's very spontaneous. I just was on the bus home and I was like, I want to talk on this. So, that's what I'm doing. So for anyone who doesn't know what I'm doing on this channel or who I am, just to bring you up to speed, I am a performer and I'm releasing my debut single next month, so October. It's currently September, so we've got a matter of weeks to get it done. And I'm recording a music video and my song is nearly finished and I'm going to release it, and then in the new year I'm dropping an EP, my first EP, so that's exciting. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the pursuit versus the outcome. It's something that's come to light the past few days or past few weeks in what I've been doing with my life. I just wanted to share. Basically, I was in the studio 3 days ago and we were going ham, recording the vocals, editing, and it just made me think, like, for my first taste of it properly, being with the producer, it just made me go, this is what I have a love for above really anything else. Like, obviously performing live as well is a buzz. But I think, like, sometimes when you're in pursuit of something, sometimes you're chasing the outcome and you're like, I'll be happy when I've achieved this, or when my song drops and I get this reaction from it, or like maybe thinking down the line I win this award. But I think sometimes the pursuit is the enjoyment. It's not about where you end up, it's about how you got there. And though, it's about the late nights, it's about, your room being a tip because you just sat grafting away at what you're doing, you're staying behind it, I don't know, college, school, work, whatever, you're grafting away on something. I think that's what makes the time fly. People say time flies when you're having fun. I think that's what it comes down to, the pursuit of it, and like you get lost in the work and you're in that. People talk about like being in flow state. You're lost in that flow state, and then before you know it, 10 hours has passed. Like, say, prime example, we were in the studio the other day recording this song, scheduled 10 till 7, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. We didn't leave till 1 a.m, 1:30 in the morning. And we were just in flow state. Like, I had a Costa sandwich for breakfast at about 9:30 and then didn't eat until I got in the house at 3 a.m. So I got a taxi home. I actually sent the taxi to the wrong address, but yeah. I'm definitely a person who finds it hard to stay present. And I'm always thinking about what's next and what's down the line. And I think that's a testament of, like, me wanting to do something with my life, just like anyone else who's got ambitions. You have to think down the line, you have to invest, plant seeds, whatever. But it's kind of this, like, weird dichotomy, because on the one half, you need to plan ahead so you can be successful, so you can think later down the line, I'm going to achieve this, and to do that I need to be prepared. But then also you have to stay present and just be in the work as it is now, and be like, what will be. You can't read the future. Whatever is gonna land is gonna land, and if it doesn't, you can't control that. And that's something I battle with and I still have a hard time doing, because I'm like, how can you not look to the future when you're investing in your future? Like, that's the whole point, right? So it's like that. But I guess what I'm saying is, I think sometimes you just got to do the work and be lost in the work, put it out, give it your all, put it out, and then what will be, because it's kind of a waste of time if you're thinking, this might happen, because it might happen or it might not, or something 10 times better might come, or it might be 10 times worse. Like, you don't know. You actually don't know. I'm so quick to be like, I'll be happy when I've achieved this and when I've achieved that. And I think the goalposts always keep moving, as they do with anyone who's got ambition. But I saw a quote, I think it was Chris Williamson, who I rate a lot. He said, you've already achieved the things you said would make you happy. And I heard that when I just was on TikTok. I heard that and I thought, that is so true. Like, prime example, I was in third year of college, performing arts college, and they were auditioning for one of my dream show at the time. And I was auditioning, I was like, I really want this. Then COVID happened, everything obviously shut down. Then skipped a few years later, I got offered that job that I once was like, I want to do this. But because of where I was mentally with what I want to achieve with my career and with life, I didn't see myself doing it, so I turned it down. And it's just interesting. That was a light bulb moment for me of like, damn, I actually might never be satisfied then, like, ever. Like, not to quote Hamilton, but I will never be satisfied. And I actually think that, because, like, you will then always want the next thing, and you'll achieve the thing and you'll get the phone call of, I got this job, I've achieved this, I got signed to so-and-so label. They'd be like, I've done it, this is great. And then you skip to a year down the line, you're like, yeah, that's old news, I want this now. There's other people doing this. And that's another thing, comparison is really like the thief of joy. When people say it's very true, I'm so bad for that. I'm like, well, this person achieved this at this age, and this person's done this, and this person got this award and whatever. But it's, well, first of all, it's not about the award. And second of all, people just have different trajectories. And there's some people who peak so young and, you know, achieve so much, and then they kind of plateau. Maybe that's a choice, they want to step out or whatever. And it's just, nothing's linear in life really, because, you know, life has ups and downs. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's utter shit, and sometimes you feel so mistreated and like you feel like life's unfair. But it is unfair, it actually is unfair. Like, it is what it is. So you just gotta roll with the punches, I think. But yeah, comparison is actually the thief of joy. That's also why social media is bad. Like, I'm on social media because, you know, life. But there's been times where I've literally been out with some of my best mates, got in and been sat down by myself for like 20 minutes, seen on someone's phone they're out with their friends, and then be like, oh, I feel lonely. And I'm like, I literally was with them less than an hour ago. It's crazy. But anyway, comparison, I think it's bad in this day and age with social media. It's so easy to compare. You kind of do it subconsciously. Obviously, thinking ahead, I'm about to release my single, and I think being in the studio just made me think, like, regardless of what happens, regardless of audience reception, you know, if anyone listens to it, if no one listens to it, it's just like I'm having fun doing it, and like that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Just even zooming out, just in life, that's what it's about. Like doing what you want to do with your time and doing what you love with your time. So that was a moment for me of just like, take the pressure off, but just jamming out and making a song. No one might like it, but if I like it, you know, I'll be proud of it. Oh yeah, also people talk about the law of detachment, which was a relatively new thing for me to wrap my head around. But basically, for anyone who doesn't know, it's the idea of detaching from the outcome. So you do the work, you do the prep, but then when it comes to the outcome, you leave it. And it's like, what will be, and you sit back. And it's a weird kind of feeling, because you kind of feel like, oh, I have to not care about it. I have to essentially not care about something I care so much about. But it's that idea of like, you know, if you're an actor, you send in a tape and then it's done. What can you do? There's no point Googling how long on average does it take for a casting director to get back to you. Like, it's not going to change the outcome. You know, if you're submitting your essay for college, once it's done, it's done. You know, and what will be will be. You're still going to get that same email with the same outcome. Did I get into Harvard Law School? Did I not? That's still going to happen, but you can't control it. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. If that resonates with you, bonus. So I think I'm basically talking about the law of detachment, this idea that you should fall in love with the pursuit of something as opposed to being attached to the outcome, because that's something you can't actually control. I mean, you can control it in the sense of doing your best work, doing all the preparation so that the outcome is somewhat cohesive to what you want, but also you don't have a crystal ball. You can't see into the future and see how someone's gonna like what you've put out into the world, especially if it's art, because it's so subjective. Art is so subjective, so you just have to lead with, you know, integrity and think, I rate this, I want to put this out, and then if people like it, then that's fucking sick, and if they don't, then also sick, because, you know, if you put it out and everyone loved it, I don't know if you'd be putting out anything worth investing in, because, you know, I think when you want to make a statement with your art, so I think you don't want it to be like everything else. You don't want to please everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go now. Update on the plans for the debut single. Things are moving along. I was in the studio the other day, got the first draft of the song. I absolutely love it. I'm heading back in a few days. Hopefully gonna get it finished. Got dates confirmed, got venues confirmed. I'm going to do a video on the concept of the single, with the name and the vibe, the colours, etc, etc. So I'll drop that soon. But that's all for now. See ya.